All right, Celtics fans, buckle up because tonight is shaping up to be an electrifying matchup that you do not want to miss. We've got the Boston Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers in a rematch that has everyone buzzing, especially after that first game where things did not exactly go our way. Maxey and VJ Edgecombe came into the Garden and absolutely dominated, leaving the Celtics scrambling to adjust. But now, with a chance to turn the tables, the Celtics are looking to reclaim some pride and make a statement. There's a lot at stake here, not just in terms of this particular game, but also for the Emirates Cup points, which could play a role in setting the tone for the rest of the season. From the tip-off, the energy is expected to be intense, and with the game airing on Prime, it's accessible for many fans to catch every moment. The matchup is particularly interesting because the Sixers are facing some lineup adjustments. Paul George has been ruled out, and while Joel Embiid is likely to see a reduced 24-minute stint, he's already shown glimpses of a different level of play compared to the first game, making the Celtics' defensive approach crucial. Boston will need to crash the boards aggressively, especially on the offensive end, where MIKAL has shown the ability to create second-chance opportunities. Despite Embiid's size, he has not been the rebounding machine many expected this season, which opens a window for the Celtics to exploit and potentially generate extra possessions that could be game-changing in a matchup this close. The real challenge, however, lies in containing the dynamic backcourt duo of Maxey and VJ. Maxey has proven himself as the most explosive player on the Sixers so far, consistently putting up staggering numbers in just the first 4 games. He's averaging nearly 38 points per game, shooting at impressive percentages from the field, three-point range, and free throws. VJ Edgecombe, despite being a rookie, is also making waves with a solid 22 points, 6 rebounds, and over 5 assists per game, while maintaining efficiency from beyond the arc. These two are not just high-volume scorers. They're playmakers who force opposing defenses to constantly adapt on the fly. Boston's adjustment from Game 1 will be key to slowing them down. While the Celtics are capable of handling one explosive guard, 2 of this caliber moving at such a pace creates a tough defensive puzzle. It will require focused rotations, strategic switches, and perhaps some improvisation on the fly from players like Derek White and Peyton Pritchard. Both have shown flashes of offensive and defensive capability, but they will need to step up in ways that go beyond their usual roles, particularly in contesting three-point shots and pressuring the ball handlers without giving up easy driving lanes. In Game 1, the Celtics struggled to maintain efficiency, shooting only 25% from the field and the three-point line. This lack of offensive rhythm will have to be corrected, and it will require contributions from every corner of the roster. Peyton Pritchard, traditionally a 40% shooter from 3, has been off so far this season, but with the offensive load distributed differently, there's an opportunity to find that shot again. Derek White, likewise, has a track record that suggests better shooting is ahead once he adjusts to the team's current pace and responsibilities. The Celtics star duo, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, continue to anchor the offense, taking on the bulk of scoring and playmaking duties. Their ability to draw defensive attention opens opportunities for the rest of the team, but the burden of contesting the Sixers guards still falls heavily on those around them. Strategic plays, quick transitions, and aggressive rebounding on both ends will be essential if Boston wants to change the narrative from the first encounter. Beyond the immediate matchup, there are layers of context shaping this game. The Emirates Cup has introduced an additional competitive element, and the point differential matters more than ever for standings. Teams like the Orlando Magic and the Brooklyn Nets are in the mix, and the performance in this game could influence how the Celtics approach future group games. Momentum is crucial, and a strong performance here could set a tone for a positive run, especially after a convincing win against Cleveland in the most recent outing. Fans should be watching not just for individual plays, but for how the rotations are executed, how minutes are managed, and whether Boston can adjust effectively to the tempo set by the Sixers guards. There's a sense that the Celtics are starting to find a rhythm, and this game offers a real test of how well the team can translate adjustments into results on the court. As the game unfolds, eyes will also be on the bench and secondary players. The contributions from players like Garza, Tillman, and Josh Menard in prior matchups have hinted at the depth Boston can rely on. Menard's recent double-double performance against Cleveland showcases the potential impact of rotation players, and the coaching staff will need to decide how to balance the minutes to maintain energy while capitalizing on favorable matchups. Meanwhile, the crowd energy at the Garden can serve as a critical factor, pushing the Celtics to sustain intensity against an opponent who has already demonstrated the ability to perform at a high level even in a hostile environment. The first game's results serve as a cautionary tale, but also as a roadmap. The Celtics know where they struggled, where the gaps in defense appeared, and where the opportunities lie. Tonight's challenge is to convert that knowledge into tangible action, leveraging athleticism, experience, and strategic execution. The stakes are high, the talent on both sides is undeniable, and the narrative of revenge and redemption is palpable. Maxey and VJ are electrifying. Embiid's presence, though limited, cannot be underestimated, and Boston's adjustments will be scrutinized every second. Rebounding battles, defensive rotations, offensive efficiency, and strategic decision-making under pressure all combine to make this matchup a must-watch. Celtics fans should be ready for a roller coaster of fast breaks, contested shots, and high-level playmaking as the team attempts to regain control and assert itself. The intensity of this game is amplified by the Emirates Cup format, making each possession potentially pivotal in determining who advances and who falls behind. For the Celtics, it's more than just a win. It's an opportunity to showcase growth, resilience, and tactical awareness in a young but increasingly confident squad. If you thought the first matchup was wild, tonight promises to be even more compelling. With every pass, cut, and defensive stance carrying weight, the Celtics' ability to adapt on the fly will be on full display. From offensive rebounding that can create extra possessions to defensive strategies aimed at slowing the pace of Maxey and VJ, every detail matters. The team stars must balance scoring with facilitating, while secondary players must rise to the occasion to cover gaps and exploit mismatches. The blend of athleticism, strategy, and sheer determination will define this game, and fans are in for a spectacle that combines skill, intensity, and drama at every turn. The league's broader landscape also adds flavor to this matchup. Teams across the East are proving unpredictable, from the Bucks securing victories without Giannis to young talent like Wemby and the reigning Rookie of the Year making immediate impacts in other contests. This creates a sense of urgency for the Celtics, emphasizing the importance of every win and every point differential as the Emirates Cup progresses. The dynamics of youth versus experience, offensive bursts versus disciplined defense, and individual brilliance versus cohesive team play all intersect in tonight's game, making it a layered and strategic battle. Ultimately, Celtics fans should be prepared for a high-octane contest that tests both the team's tactical acumen and mental resilience. The game promises fireworks, from spectacular shots to clutch defensive plays, with each possession potentially swinging the momentum. From rotations to bench contributions, from rebounding battles to the management of explosive guards, every aspect will be critical. Boston has the talent, the strategy, and the desire to respond to the first game's disappointment, but it will require focus, cohesion, and execution at the highest level. As the Garden fills with energy and anticipation, the stakes could not be higher, and the narrative of redemption, skill, and competitive spirit is ready to unfold before our eyes. As the Celtics step back onto the court tonight, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation. The Garden is buzzing, fans on edge after the first matchup with the Sixers' young backcourt duo, Maxey and VJ Edgecombe, turn the game into their showcase. This second meeting offers Boston a chance not only to claim redemption, but also to assert their identity as a team that learns and adapts. The focus will be sharp on containing these two guards, whose pace and scoring efficiency were overwhelming the first time around. Maxey's ability to navigate screens, pull up from deep, and create for himself and teammates makes him a central concern, while Edgecombe's rookie energy and versatility bring another layer of complexity to the defensive assignment. The Celtics will have to rely on coordinated defensive schemes, switching, and communication to limit open looks, all while maintaining balance on the offensive end. The Celtics' offensive efficiency is another storyline to watch. In the first game, their shooting struggled, particularly from beyond the arc, which put additional pressure on their defensive efforts. Players like Peyton Pritchard and Derek White, despite being capable shooters, have had an off start to the season, which magnifies the importance of rhythm and timing. Pritchard's role as a facilitator is growing, and while he has not yet found his shooting touch, the spacing he provides for Tatum and Brown to operate could create the necessary openings for a rebound and offensive flow. Derek White, known for his defensive prowess, will need to contribute not only by slowing the guards, but by helping generate transition opportunities and floor spacing, turning defensive stops into fast break chances that can swing momentum. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown remain the anchors of the team, and their influence on both ends cannot be overstated. Tatum's scoring versatility and Brown's athleticism and court vision provide the Celtics with tools to counter the Sixers' backcourt speed. Both players have shown the ability to elevate in high-stakes games, and their leadership will be essential in guiding the rotations and keeping younger players engaged. The balance of experience and energy will be crucial. While the starters absorb the initial defensive pressure, the bench must sustain intensity and maintain offensive threats, ensuring the team does not falter when rotations shift. Boston's rotation adjustments since Game 1 show a focus on maximizing efficiency and response, particularly with the insertion of Josh Minard after his standout performance against Cleveland. His ability to contribute both offensively and defensively adds a layer of flexibility to the rotation that could be decisive tonight. Rebounding remains a key point of emphasis. The Celtics were able to hold their own on the defensive glass in the first game, but offensive rebounds were limited against the Sixers team that capitalized on second-chance points. Players like Namias Queta, who have shown a knack for aggressive board work, will need to continue crashing the offensive glass, turning opportunities into points and keeping pressure on Philadelphia. Offensive rebounds can serve as an equalizer, particularly when facing a team with explosive guards who thrive in fast-paced transitions. Each extra possession is a potential momentum shift, and the Celtics' ability to convert those chances will directly influence the game's flow and outcome. The Celtics' adaptability will also be tested by Embiid's minutes. While he is expected to play limited minutes tonight, his presence still demands attention. Boston will need to execute their rotations carefully, ensuring that Embiid's involvement does not disrupt their rhythm. Defensive schemes must balance pressure on the guards with containment of Embiid when he is on the floor, requiring intelligent help defense and close communication between big men and perimeter defenders. The team's collective awareness, agility, and commitment to rotations will be central in mitigating his impact. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The NBA rumor mill is heating up once again, and this time, all eyes are on MIKAL Bridges. Sources close to the situation suggest that the Boston Celtics have swooped in and taken the talented swingman away from the New York Knicks, sending shockwaves through the league and leaving fans on both coasts buzzing with speculation. While official confirmation has yet to come, insiders claim that discussions between the two franchises have been intense, with Boston aggressively pursuing Bridges to strengthen their roster ahead of the upcoming season. Bridges, known for his defensive prowess and sharp shooting, has been a coveted player for years, and his potential move to Boston represents a strategic shakeup in the Eastern Conference. The Celtics, coming off a strong season, seem determined to add another versatile wing who can make an impact on both ends of the court. Meanwhile, Knicks fans are reportedly reeling, as the idea of losing a player of Bridges' caliber fuels debates across social media and sports networks. Could this be a sign of a larger shakeup in New York's front office strategy, or just a singular splash for Boston? The intrigue is only growing. Sources hint that Bridges himself is excited by the prospect of joining a team with championship aspirations, which could make the transition smoother should the deal be finalized. Analysts are already dissecting how his skill set might mesh with Boston's current rotation, envisioning him alongside key stars, potentially shifting defensive schemes and opening up new offensive possibilities. The buzz is palpable, with speculation about trade details and possible draft picks adding layers to the story. Whether this rumor will materialize into an official deal remains uncertain, but the chatter surrounding Mikal Bridges and the Celtics is undeniable. As the league braces for what could be a defining move of the offseason, fans are left wondering, is this the next step toward a Boston championship, or will Bridges remain a tantalizing what-if in the Eastern Conference drama? One thing is clear. The rumor has already ignited conversations and kept NBA enthusiasts glued to every report. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.